Hi, hello. It has been a few days, and so much has happened between right this moment and the past when I uploaded the last video. And I was gonna film yesterday, but then I was going through a lot. I was like, girl, let me wait till tomorrow. And little did I know, today is like the perfect day. Knock on wood. But it's I don't know. I think that influenced this reading. So today we have a what do you need to hear right now reading. I feel like September was a little ugly. I feel like September was a little rude to us. I think it was a little disrespectful. But it got a message across. Okay, we got the point. Okay? We are October now. We're in October mode. We're in spooky season. We are ready to thrive. We are ready to be happy. And I was gonna do this reading with a bunch of Halloween decks or spookier decks, but I think I'll save that for later. I wanted to use sweeter, more lighthearted, more colorful decks to compensate for the lack of light and guidance that I felt was in September. To compensate for the light that just faded and died in September. But anyways, so yeah. For pile 1, we have the Gentle Heart Tarot. And then for pile 2, we have the Way of the Panda Tarot. And for pile 3, we have the Mermaid Tarot. And these are all, this one's on Bow Life, this one's on the Way of the Panda. You just look it up on Google and it's there. But you can also get it on Etsy too. And this one's available on Etsy too. So yeah, honestly, I don't really know what else to say. So let's just get into the tea, y'all. Hello, pile 1. So if you chose a Gentle Heart Tarot, this is going to be your reading. And today I wanted to do things really differently because I wanted to try and see what suits me better because I'm still new to this. I wanted to shuffle the oracle cards on camera and kind of go from there. I'm not using as many oracle decks today. I'm only using 2, but yeah, we're going to use the Iris Oracle for a lot of the context, and then we're going to use the Moonology later. So I always shuffle this deck a very specific way. I don't know why. When I first got it, I felt the cards and I was like, these are so nice. I cannot riffle shuffle them. And so now I just don't do that. Yeah. What does pile 1 need to hear? And I pulled this one. The Hold. Green. And Cornucopia. And then we have Restlessness on the bottom of the deck. Alright. It has become very apparent to me what is going on. I didn't expect it to be this straightforward, but I feel with the Hold card, I think that really does explain everything because with the Restlessness and the Hold card, I feel you're waiting on something that is just not gonna happen. I hate to admit it to you, but I really do think you need to hear that. And I think that you're afraid of hearing that. Maybe that's why you're kind of in it, I feel maybe you've watched other readings or you've seeked out external validation to keep waiting. I think that if you have friends that are supportive of this, they're the realist. They're amazing. And I think you should really turn to them and really appreciate them. And understand that they know just as well as anyone else that whatever you're holding on to is not good for you. But we hate to see you upset and disappointed. And we'd rather sometimes tell you what you want to hear as opposed to what you need to hear. And I think in this case with the green card and the cornucopia, it's you have so many other options. And there's so many other ways to go about this. I think that because right after I pulled the Restlessness card, I also see something that is never truly yours. And I feel this could deal with money. I feel you're hanging on to something. Perhaps it could be a job where you're not being treated correctly. But I'm also sensing this romantic undertone because you did choose the Gentle Heart Tarot and it's pink. And when I see pink, I think of romance. I think of love. I think of all things related to love. Self-love, platonic love, romantic love, anything of the sorts. And I feel there's something that you're holding on to out of love. And because of that, you're holding yourself back from all these amazing opportunities and growth. And it's like with the green card, you're growing so much. It's like, this is not like, but it's, you're growing so much in a situation where you're being hindered in so many ways. Imagine how much more you would grow if you would just cut whatever it is that you're holding onto off. So let's just get right into the tarot. Honestly, I'm way too impatient for this. Like, my readings be going by real quick, and like near the end I start rambling. I'm like, y'all, what do I say? Because I feel like I got the reading, like I feel like it's done. Yeah, I love this tarot deck. I highly recommend like anything from Vanessa Samina or like Bow Life, because like they're just so nice. Like, I remember when I first got this deck, it was just like kind of weird looking. It wasn't that bad or anything, but then I emailed them and I didn't get something else, and they literally sent me a full replacement deck and like something else, and I was like shook. Like, I was so shook that I felt bad. But yeah, and this deck is just gorgeous. The other one she has, Pastel Journey, we love that. And then Divine Muses, I'm planning on getting that one. Anyways, what does pile 1 need to hear? What does pile 1 need to hear? What does pile 1 need to hear? Okay. So we have the 8 of Diamonds, Knight of Cups. I told y'all. Knight of Crystals. And then we have the Empress. And then on the bottom of the deck, I have the 10 of Cups. Let's leave her back here. So, with the 8 of Diamonds and Knight of Cups, I really do think that this message is very universal. I think that anyone who has picked this pile is holding on to something. It doesn't even have to be romantic, but the Knight of Cups is more romantic. But the 8 of Diamonds is more like logical and more earthly, so it could deal with work, a project. And not to mention that Vanessa Samina, the author of the Gentle Heart Tarot, is an entrepreneur, so maybe you radiate that energy, or maybe you're drawn to that. Maybe you very much want to be an entrepreneur. And with the Empress card, excuse me, with the Empress card, maybe there's something dealing with mothers here, because the Empress is a very motherly card. It is, I consider it kind of like a mom card, motherly card, mother card. Anyways, I feel like, yeah, this kind of maybe does deal with a relationship with the 10 of Cups, but it could also deal with a relationship with yourself. I'm sensing that that is something that has kind of gotten unclear to you. It's not like you don't like yourself or anything, but I'm just sensing that you have lost touch of yourself with this hold card. Like, this card is just so like prominent and like so like bold in this reading. It's just like, it is so different from the rest of this reading, you know what I mean? Like, every card looks bright and a little bit more sweet, at least not this one, but these two cards. It's just more dark, it's more not apparent, you know? Also, I noticed that there's a lot of eyes. Lots of eyes. There's an eye here, 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 here on the cup, and then, you know, the people have eyes, you know. I hope they have eyes, but lots of eyes. Something about looking, something about watching for something, and then the clock, watching the clock. Maybe it has felt long as of late, like this vibe of like time is going by so fast yet so slow, because it's like you look back and you're like, wow, 3 days have already passed, but in the midst of those 3 days it literally felt like you weren't getting anywhere, you know? And with the Knight of Crystals, I'm sensing that, okay, I think the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Crystals is really interesting here, because I feel like this speaks to you wanting to speak your truth more and step up more, because the Knight is a very much more aggressive card in my opinion, and Knight of Cups not so much, but the Knight of Crystals very much so. And I'm feeling like there's more you want to say based on what you've seen. Something about sight is very important here, especially because like this character's eyes are closed, the one that's like in this. So I think that's really interesting. Maybe this speaks to you. Maybe I'm feeling like you're the only one in your life right now that needs to open their eyes and kind of really look at the situation for what it is. I think that even if you were outside of this situation, or if you were seeing a friend go through this, or someone you really care about, like, you very much would feel the same way that they do right now. You'd be like, girl, what is you doing? Or like, it's just like, there's something more to it. There's more to this. And it's just like, instead of wasting your time to find out, because I hate to admit it to you, Pile 1, but I feel like whatever it is that you're holding on to and what you're waiting on, even though it may yield good outcomes, even though it may very well be worth the time, it's like there's something else that will be worth just as much, cause a lot less pain, and yield way more outcome, way more fruit. And I'm just sensing that it's just like, it's not about the lesser of the two evils, but the greater of the goods. It's just like, you can choose what, like, you can keep holding on, like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what to do. Like, you're probably grown, like, you can do whatever you want, child, but it's like, make the decision that will yield the most outcome with this Eight of Diamonds. Ooh, the Eight of Diamonds really having a spotlight moment right now. It's like, you really can do whatever you want, and whether or not, like, whatever you do, like, it'll pan out, and like, you'll still end up being satisfied. I'm sensing that you're more stubborn energy, but it's just like, with the amount of effort, the amount of work you're putting into this situation, if you put like 1/4 of that into a different situation, there would be so much more fruit. There would be so much more like benefits. And it's just like, stop holding yourself back, and it's just like, I really urge you to look for the 10 of Cups. With this 10 of Cups here, I'm sensing you could really have it all. Like, you could have emotional fulfillment with yourself, with somebody else, because I do see two figures in this deck, like in that picture. Like, let's be real here. But it's like, you truthfully can have whatever you want, and it's like, you're gonna have whatever you want, but it's like, you have to, in with this scenario being presented, it's like, you have to want what's best for you. Like, when an investor is presented a bunch of different opportunities and they're all great opportunities, there's subtle nuances in which one will yield the best outcome, and you really need to do that for yourself. Like, you really need to choose which one will benefit you the most, because if you do, it'll really improve the quality of your life in the next coming months. Because, like, with the green card and the cornucopia, like, I'm just sensing you're very capable of growing. And the Knight of Cups and Knight of Crystals, fire and water, you're very much capable of being passionate, and you're very much capable of really throwing yourself into some things. And with the Empress and 10 of Cups, like, you can really get down with it and like create abundance from seemingly nothing, seemingly just by hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. But it's like, you have to want better. Like, you have to really think, like, if I can do this, like, certainly I can do better, It's like, if I can do this for this, it's like, like, a little extra labor for a little more, Like, oh, I just got Capricorn energy saying that. Maybe you're a Capricorn. We do have Venus here, so that's like Libra, Taurus. And with the Taurus coming out, that's why I kind of felt called to mention, like, oh, like, stubborn. Anyways, let's pull some Moonology cards for some more advice, more context. I love this deck. This is probably one of my first Oracle decks. I love the moon, y'all. Alright, what does Pile 1 need to hear? Oh, this one jumped out. We have bring love into this situation. New moon in Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius. Oh gosh. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. I'm just going to pull a few here. Oh, I feel called to take this one. And adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Hold on, I need to make it look cute. You know what I'm saying? It has to look symmetrical. Like, it's not very symmetrical, but it's like, they're lined up. And then, oh my gosh. On the bottom of the deck, we have Void of Course Moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Dang, like, I was trying to be all nice about it, but the cards really just said, girl, just tell them the tea. But anyways, I mean, y'all, I can't make this up. Like, y'all seen me just shuffle the cards. Y'all seen me do that, right? Like, please tell me I'm not crazy. Need I say more? Need we say more? It's like, oh, okay. One thing I do find interesting is right after this card, I do see it, hold your vision, fixed moon. Okay, now I get the message. I feel like, okay, now this kind of changes things because perhaps some of you, it's like you're holding onto a situation. Like, well, obviously, but I'm just getting this feeling of like you're worried too much about this situation. And it's like you're making something that'll pass way more than it needs to be. And it's just like, I feel like you're still carrying something that you really need to let go of before you start this new journey. I'm thinking it's very important that you don't like allow this situation to affect your future. And with the bringing love into the situation, Aquarius is a very social card, so I think that you very much may have isolated yourself from your friends, or maybe you haven't been talking to your friends as much, and I really do think that you should hit them up. But yeah, like, I feel like this reading is almost done. If anything, it is done. I feel like however that resonates is what it is, because if the conclusions are within reach and nothing will come of this situation, it's like you really need to wrap this situation up, this whatever this hold is, because it's really not serving you. And it's like if you go through with it, something will come of it, but it's like it won't be as fruitful as you'd want it to be, and adjustments are required. You really need to change. Hold your vision, as this other card said, but change the way you go about it, Maybe it isn't even about the outcome. Maybe you're holding too much onto like a method, and because of that it's like you're holding on to something. That's what I know. I'm not gonna like keep being like, oh my god, like you'll be holding on to this or this, but it's like you're holding on to something and you really need to change how you go about it, or you need to let go of it completely. And as a PSA, like you really need to like get back in touch with the people in your life. You really need to get back in touch with yourself. Bring more love. I think that you've been sucked dry of your love. Oh my gosh. But I really do see better things coming if you change your method, if you change the way that you have been going about it. It's like, now I'm sensing like the outcome may be the same, but there's two ways to do it. And it's like, do you want to work more or do you want to work less? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pile one. I really do think that's all the messages I have for you. It's like, you can really choose to work more or work less. You can really choose what you want. You can really choose how you go about it. So it's like, it's really up to you. I think that ultimately what you wanted to hear is that like, yes, like good things are coming and what you want is gonna come to you, but it's like you can't drain yourself for it. And it's like, don't force the puzzle pieces together, let go more, be a little bit more fluid, be a little bit more flexible, and make the journey easier, because the journey is very much the best part. So once you do that, I think it'll bring you a lot of fulfillment. Yeah, pile one, I need to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, like, if you want, you can buy a tarot reading on my Etsy shop. That's up to you. And, I'm going to put my TikTok and Instagram in the description. Maybe I will, maybe I'll forget. But it's like, if I do, yeah. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Way of the Panda Tarot, this is going to be a reading. Oh my gosh. Tarot readings be kind of draining you, y'all. Like, I just stood in front of my fan. Like, I turned it off because it's kind of loud. Oh my god, not me shaking the camera. Anyways. So I kind of turned it off. Like, oh by the way, I'm going to shuffle the Oracle cards first. I forgot to tell you, I'm like doing it really differently today. I'm only using 2 Oracle decks today. I kind of want to keep it simple because I'm like a Taurus moon or whatever. But anyways, I stood in front of my fan and drank some water after pile 1 because I was like, ooh, girl. Because it'd be hot in here. California's hot, y'all. But I turned the fan off for my videos because it's a fan, y'all. Like, it's loud. Ain't no one trying to listen to a fan while they're trying to listen to a message. Anyways, what does pile 2 need to hear? What does pile 2 need to hear? Okay, we got Smother. I shuffled this deck very specifically. I told pile 1 about this. I don't know why. We also have Healing Through Rest. The One Who Hides the Sun. And then on the bottom of the deck we have You Can't Find Goodness Because You Lost Your Heart. Lots of relationship-oriented vibes. Pile 1 got a lot of relationship vibes too. I feel like all the piles are going to be that way today. But, you know, I feel like I did this message because I kind of sensed that. And I love helping people with that kind of stuff. Because I was going through some weird love triangle stuff. And I was like, girl. But anyways, with this Mother card and the You Can't Find Goodness Because You Lost Your Heart. And by the way, after this card on the bottom of the deck, I also see a Volcano. I see the One Who Needs to Control. I see No One Is Yours But You. It's like, I'm already getting this vibe that, like, someone, maybe could even be you, is, like, just, like, oh my gosh, I can't even explain it. It's like, you want to control so bad. Like, someone wants to control so bad. And, like, I can't even, like, get myself to talk. Like, I don't even know what this is, y'all. Like, I feel like I really do think you're taking some downtime right now. I feel like this downtime has really been spent looking for answers, looking for pointers. But whatever the case may be, I'm sensing that someone in your life, it could be you. I'm really feeling like it was you. I feel like you were smothered. Like, ooh, I'm sensing like a parent being just horrible, or a lover, just someone just being so smothering, and someone just really just like, I'm dramatic and I'd be like, oh, they're ruining my life. But, you know, like, maybe they're ruining your life, and I say that very lightly. It's like, they may not actually be ruining your life, but you know what I mean? Like I'm from Gen Z, y'all. Like, we know the vibe. But whatever the case may be, you really need to be careful who you allow into your space, and you really need to know that you don't deserve this. And you don't have to hold on so tightly to what is rightfully yours if it is not yours, and you're having to hold on to it so tightly. It's just like, is it really yours, you know? It's like, when you deserve something, it is going to come to you with time, no matter what you do. You can only delay it. And with that being said, you need to stop controlling so much, or this other person needs to stop controlling you so much. But I just feel like you feel smothered and you are smothering. Like, this smother card is just really giving me the vibes right now. Like, hold on, let's just jump right into the tarot, y'all. Like, let's just get the tea going. Like, let's get the kettle brewing. But yeah, pile 2, excuse me. Pile 2, like, I feel like, also, this is the way of the Panda Tarot, so maybe this deals with pets, because this is an animal card. Like, I see a cat looking thing, I see a rat, I see a snake, and then there's pandas. So, what is the vibe? This deck is so pretty, by the way. What does pile 2 need to hear? What does pile 2 need to hear? Pile 2 need to hear. Alright. I see. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Could deal with a mom. Could deal with a mom. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. And Six of Pentacles. And on the bottom of the deck, I see the High Priestess. Pile 2, I'm not gonna lie to you, this reading's kind of confusing, and I feel like that's how you feel. Maybe that's why you wanted answers. But when I go about this reading, I'm sensing that you're looking for answers too quickly. I'm sensing that you're forcing things, and you're really trying to squeeze time limits, dates, people, occurrences, situations, everything of the sorts in your near future. I feel like you're squeezing the universe for answers, and because of that, it's just like I feel like you're doing this because something happened to you, and you understand what you deserve, or you understand what is going on, and because of that, you're like, okay, what's next? I feel like you have dismissed the situation at hand, and intuitively you are just it's very foggy. I just felt the need to yawn. Oh, I almost yawned. That would have been unprofessional. That would have been rude. But maybe that's how you feel. I feel like you're really pushing yourself. And with this Healing Through Rest card, like, I really do think that you should take a break. Like, I feel drowsy, pile 2. What is up? Like, what's good? I feel like you really need to pump the brakes and stop being so controlling. And with the Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords, I feel like it would do you a lot of good to realign your thoughts and emotions through routine and balancing your life out again. Because we do have the Two of Pentacles kind of separating those two cards. I feel like there's been a disconnect in your feelings and your thoughts, and because of that, there's a lack of balance in your life. But I think that once you restore balance, especially with your work and you kind of manage your time a little bit differently, it will really improve the quality of your life. It will really help you rest. Because, when you have a solidified routine, it's like you don't have to worry so much, and you kind of just deal with the changes that happen to it. But right now, I feel like you're winging it, and I feel like you really are just in like a go mode. You don't even know what you're gonna eat for dinner tonight, child. Like, girl, what is going on? But you're being too controlling over time, situations, and you're just being way too controlling, and you're very smothering, and you're also being smothered, I feel, because of this. Like, you're smothering yourself by worrying and thinking, and it's like it's coming from a place of loss and a place of discontentment and like a lot of contempt. And I feel like you could be angry, you could be upset and heartbroken, and I'm not sure what caused that, but regardless, the energy of this reading makes me feel like you were coming from a place of like just not good. Like, you came from the weedy side of the lawn before you pulled uphill. And it is with great concern that I tell you, that I am addressing to you, like, if you rest and you really reestablish routine and you come back down to earth and you really come back to the moment and stop being farsighted and trying to look for answers in the future and throwing away the moment for it, it's like, will you ever really be able to live out the good news you may receive about the future if you keep wasting the moment looking at what the future may be? It's like whenever you get predictions on the future or you get answers for the future, it's like it still requires you to work and it still requires you to step up to the occasion. But it's like if you keep spending the moment looking at the goods, it's like, how will you ever get there, You're really just floating by right now, and you really need to come back to the moment, and the future knows that you want it, and it's coming to you. What you want is coming to you, but you keep delaying it by breaking down what it is. It's like if you break down what it is, then you'll break your happiness down, It's like Getting there is the best part. I told this to pile 1 too. The journey is the best part, not the outcome. Because once you get the outcome, you'll be on to the next thing. And it's like in the grand scheme of things, when you look at that outcome and you look at that accomplishment, you're also going to remember the journey. And it's like, how much are you going to like that outcome, and how much are you going to like that product you received if the way there was just horrible, It's like you'll just associate with how much you struggled, and it's like, it's not a look, y'all. Let's pull some Moonology cards for some more tea. Okay, what does pile 2 need to hear? Does pile 2 need to hear? Does pile 2 need to hear? Oh, I forgot to take this one. Confidence is your key to success. What does pile 2 need to hear? So maybe you feel like you don't deserve what's coming to you. Or maybe by the way, new moon in Leo, you could be a Leo. But maybe I'm just getting this feeling that, like, you're not really stepping forth confidently. Maybe you're afraid of the future. Maybe you're afraid of what's to come, so you're trying to, like, break it down. Maybe you have, like, a routine energy, or, like, you're very much somebody who loves routine and predictability. But it's, like, I feel like you're contradicting yourself by looking into the future like that, because, like, you're breaking down routine, and you really need to get back with balancing. With the 2 of Pentacles, like, you really need to balance yourself out again. You really need to balance your life out again. Okay. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. So yeah, changes are coming, pile 2. Like, what you're looking for is coming to you. It's like, you need to stop worrying so much. You need to stop, like, controlling so much. What does pile 2 need to hear? Oh gosh, that card just flew. Emotions are running high, supermoon. And then on the bottom of the deck, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Hey, hi, we love that. But pile 2, like, I feel like you're worried too much about something that's going to happen with or without your consent. And maybe you don't like the feeling of not having control over that, but it's like, it's going to happen regardless. And it's really all about your perspective. Like, you can choose to be negative, you can choose to be over emotional and let them rule you, and you can choose to not have fun on the way there, but it's like, it's going to happen regardless, child. Like, you can't control it. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but it's the tea. I just stretched. You could benefit from some stretches. I think we all could, TBH. I feel like we all be like, oh, let's stretch. And then you do like 2 days, or like you do it once, and then you're like, if I can just skip a day. But anyways, pile 2, like, I feel like there's not much more to say. Like, I feel like you just need to move along. I feel like you need to stop worrying so much about the future. You ain't even know what the future is yet. Like, you may know, but you, like, don't know how it's gonna come to you. Maybe that's kind of stressing you out, but it's like, just take it day by day and do what's possible in the moment, and you keep doing that, and naturally what you want will come to you. I don't know, pile 2, like, I just feel like you're coming from a place of a lack of self-love, and I feel like you should really practice self-care with the rest card, the healing through rest. I'm hearing, well, I use sugar scrubs, but sugar scrubs, tea, really good food. I just burped. I don't know if you heard it, like, not to expose myself, but it's like, I'm hearing tea, I'm hearing good food, I'm hearing rest, walks in the morning. Like, treat yourself, like, be nice to yourself, like, affirmations, videos that you really like, shows you really like. Just learn. If we have Scorpio here, you can learn from Taurus, which is the sister sign. And Taurus just knows I'm a Taurus moon, and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing more amazing than taking a shower, laying in bed, after your hair is dried, by the way, if you can sleep with wet hair, like that is a whole nother level of boss energy. I cannot do that. But order yourself some pizza, girl. Like, just do yourself a favor and really treat yourself the way you would treat another person you're trying to please. Like, you may be a people pleaser, and it's just like, people please yourself. Like, I'd be in the shower and I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like using the sugar scrub today. That's like an extra step. That's like a lot of work. But like, this might be weird, but I'd be like, okay, but if I was washing someone else, I would use a sugar scrub because I want them to be happy. You know, I want them to feel good. And it's like, it doesn't matter how tired I am. Like, I would do it for them, you know, like, even if like my limbs just got cut off, I would still find a way to use the sugar scrub on them. So let me do it for myself. And it's like, carry that mentality of people pleasing yourself, you know. It's like, treat yourself, you know. If you use like an eighth of the energy that you dedicate towards other people, it's like, imagine how much more you would love yourself, and imagine how much more you would appreciate yourself and what you do. It's like, you won't be able to appreciate what you do until you feel what you do and you experience what you do. So yeah, pile 2, that's really all it has for you. I don't want to drag out this reading. I feel like I said everything I needed to be said. It's just, let go of the future. Let it be the future. Let it be unpredictable. Love yourself. And when you love yourself, you will naturally attract love. And that is T. Cut off anything that isn't serving you. Be rude about it. Like, be ruthless. Like, if something or someone is not being nice to you or treating you, it's like, bye. Like, don't. No. Like, no. Like, that's it. Like, no. Like, there's no other message. Like, that's it. That's the video. No. Yeah, I'll do, like, just guard your energy and build up your confidence through self-love. Appreciate yourself. I appreciate you. If you watch this whole reading, shoot, you're amazing. We love you. You're the moment. But yeah, pile 2, that's really all I have for you. I'll put my Instagram, my TikTok in the description. And I also have an Etsy shop where I sell tarot readings. I feel like Etsy is like the most efficient way to sell tarot readings without like being a scammer or something. But it's like, shameless plug, but you know, it's my biggest dream to like do this stuff and help people. So yeah, pile 2, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Like, just like, you're amazing. Like, I don't even know you, but like, you're amazing. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Mermaid Tarot, this is going to be your reading. I freaking love this deck. Like, it was probably one of the first like nicer indie decks I got. It's by Dame Darcy. It's on Etsy. Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. But anyways, before I keep rambling, we're actually gonna do oracle cards first today. I'm actually shuffling them on camera. Can you believe that? But so far, I really liked it. I did it for pile 1 and 2. Obviously, like, y'all equal. But it's like, I really enjoyed it, so I think I'm gonna keep doing it. At least for this reading. But yeah, this is one of the first like nicer indie decks I got. I was just so excited. I seen it in like a tarot reading as Ace of Tarot. I was like, girl, let me have that right now. Let me get that deck right now. And I got it. I got it. Anyways, what does pile 3 need to hear? Does pile 3 need to hear? Hiding. We have hiding. Sorry. Does pile 3 need to hear? We have Death of the Deceitful. Sensing a lot of Scorpio energy here. The All-Knower. And green. Let me move them into the frame, shall like get it together. Anyways, and then on the bottom of the deck, I have Your Dreams Are Closer Than You Think. I also say Inside Looking Out. But anyways, pile 3, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of skulls here and a lot with eyes. This was kind of the same for pile 1, but lots of skulls, lots of eyes. She has a third eye. But, and then this one's covering its eyes. I wonder if you're covering your eyes to all this. I wonder if you're covering your eyes because you're too afraid to cut things off. Cut things off with people, situations, jobs, anything of the sorts. With the all knower card, I feel like I wonder if you're afraid of how much you know. Like, I wonder if you're like, I don't know, I mean, this vibe sometimes where I'm like, oh, like, I wish I was just like dumb. I wish I didn't know nothing. But not to say that's how you're feeling, but I know for me personally, that's how I be sometimes. And it's just like, you know, like, I'm not even being egotistical about it. It's just like, I literally know everything. It's like, I know the tea, but it's like, I don't want to spill the tea, you know what I mean? But with the hiding card being the first card I pulled, and then the green card being the last card I pulled, and the bottom of the deck of being your dreams are closer than you think, I feel like you're too afraid to cut off what you're going through right now to get to where you need to be. And maybe you are a more fixed individual. Like, maybe you are a more stubborn energy or someone who kind of clings on to things too much. And that's okay, Pile 3. Pile 3, that's fine. You know, there is nothing wrong with this. Like, there is nothing wrong with how you are doing right now. I do think that with the hiding card, I feel like this is coming from something else. I think that either A, you're about to cut something off, or B, you've already cut something off. Maybe you cut someone off, a situation off. There's been a huge theme of relationships today. I mean, it is Libra season, so I feel like this does have to do some relationships, but I do know that there was an air of like love and like platonic love, anything of love, just in all of the readings today. So rest assured that like it is just a theme, you know, you're not the only one. But I will say, Pile 3, I really do feel like you're really going through right now, and you may be really scared or maybe really sad right now. And it's like, if you don't feel that way, maybe you are coming from that. But regardless, I think that the majority of the people that are going to be seeing this reading, like, you may really be going through it, and you really may be even heartbroken or really scared to see what's next, because you feel like it's just been like non-stop, like bad after bad, like coming down the hill, like, you know what I'm saying, like, not just know, like. But Pile 3, just know that the worst of it really is over, and if all you really want to do right now is hide in your room and cry with the lights off, listening to Lana Del Rey, do it. Just let these emotions pass you, Pile 3. I feel like this has been the most gentle energy. I was kind of going in on Pile 2. I was kind of doing them. I was kind of being rude to them. I was going to be like, girl, like, get it together. And I feel like they needed that, but Pile 3, I feel like you are a more sensitive individual. I feel like you're more sweet. I feel like you're more emotional. And I really do want to say, like, it's like you are exactly where you need to be. And if all you can do right now is cry about it, it's like, not even in a rude way. It's like, if all you truthfully can do right now is cry about it, absolutely just do that, okay? You can't do anything in this over emotional state. If you are over emotional right now, that is, if you're really emotional right now, it's like you can't push yourself to do anything. You're not capable. Like, what you produce in this state will not be something you would be proud of. It's not something of high quality. So it's like, take a break, take a moment for yourself, really give it to yourself, really love yourself, Pile 3. Like, make sure you keep eating, make sure you keep sleeping well, make sure you keep exercising if you can, make sure you just take care of yourself physically, because once you come out of here emotionally, you'll be in the vibe to move on and push forward, because your body will be in good shape, you know. And don't rob yourself of that. Don't rob yourself of your physical health, okay? And drink a lot of water. Like, sorry not to like be a parent, but drink a lot of water, Pile 3. Like, I'm sensing water energy, and I think that it will really do you some good to drink some water. So yeah, let's get right into this reading. Oh, ironically, it's the mermaid tarot, and mermaids like being in the water, you know? But yeah, let's just get right into the tarot. Treat yourself, okay, Pile 3? You know, if you want something, go get it. Like, but I mean, don't be reckless about it or nothing. Like, not like that, but it's like, you know. The only thing that really stopped me from buying the tuck box edition instead, like the gilt, like I got the gilt edge, which is more expensive, I just don't like tuck boxes. Don't tell me why I said that though. I like my boxes to be solid, you know? Anyways. What does pile 3 need to hear? Oh my god. Card just went flying. I'll take it. So we have 7 of Swords. Okay. You still need a shuffle, child. That was so scary. I hope... Did a card fall on the floor, child? I was so scared. That has not happened today. Why I scream like that? Anyways. We have 2 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Lots of Wands. And 6 of Swords. Aren't these cards so charming? We love this. And then on the bottom of the deck we have Page of Wands. I'm going to leave her right there. But pile 3, like, we have only Wands and Swords here. Really passionate individual. You're a very passionate person. I love that for you. But with this 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and 7 of Swords, I feel like you're deceiving yourself almost. Like, you're kind of pushing yourself to go about everything a specific way. I almost wonder if you're rushing yourself or like you're being a little ruthless on yourself. But I feel like there's a lack of innocence in your life. I feel like with the Page of Wands, like, on the bottom of the deck, like, I feel like, okay, I'm sensing that you're very curious right now and you're very hopeful for the future, which is very good, pile 3. Like, good job. Like, if you're at all hopeful, like, I commend you, because whatever you went through is so not the vibe. It was so rude. But yeah, I feel like you're really pushing yourself. I feel like you're really trying to move on and you're really trying to get over it, and because of that, it's just like really hindering the quality of your life right now. Like, with the 6 of Swords, this is a very heavy card in my eyes in this reading. I really do think that you should focus on feeling everything through. You know, it's like he's traveling through this water, and he goes through, on the way to where he's going, he goes through all of that water. You know, there isn't a part of the ocean or part of that body of water he skips. And I think that you should really carry that mentality of don't let any emotions go under the radar or get swept under the rug. You have to face them. If you don't, they will come out in the nastiest, most disgusting, and even inappropriate ways in the future. And you really cannot do that to yourself. So right now, it's about doing yourself a favor and really decluttering your heart after all you've been put through. Because you know, if they all know, or like, you know the tea. Like, the tea, this is just me spilling the tea for you. Like, you have the tea brewing. I took the tea from you and now I'm spilling it. And here's the vibe. Like, you really need to understand that this is the end of a cycle and focus on wrapping it up as opposed to starting something else. Because if you do that, like, it'll just really, like, what you're trying to get rid of will carry into what you're trying to start. And it's just like, you can't plant that seed of disappointment in a new journey. You know, you can't propagate it like that. Like, don't do that. Ooh, green card. I didn't realize. I said propagate. That's like what you do with like plants and stuff. Like, look at this plant. Look at this plant. But anyways, you really need to just bring beauty back into your life, and you really need to move past the situation before you start a new situation, before you start to decide where to go now or go later, excuse me. And with the 7 of Swords, I am sensing that you're not being completely honest with yourself and other people, or vice versa, other people are not being honest with you. But regardless, there is this lack of communication and clarity in your life with the 7 of Swords, and I'm feeling like it's because you don't really know what to do, and it's because you kind of just like want to keep moving forward, but it's like you can't move forward until you, like I said, wrap up the situation that you're just going through. So really focus on that. Focus on closing the doors as opposed to opening new ones. Because it's like if you open a bunch of new doors with a bunch of doors that are still open, it's like you don't know which one to go in, you know? And because of that, you'll kind of just like make the same mistakes. So yeah, let's pull some moonology cards. Let's let's just get right into it, child. So, what does pile 3 need to be here? It's like blanked out. What does pile 3 need to be here? What's pile 3 need to be here? What's pile 3 need to be here? What's pile 3 need to be here? I feel called to take this one. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. What's pile 3 need to be here? What's pile 3 need to be here? Oh, I want to take this one. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Yeah, you could very well be a Capricorn. I see that. Oh, oh, ah. A bunch of the cards just fell out. Oh, let me pick them up. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just like fell before. Where'd it go? Yo, why is this happening? I feel like grab it with my foot. You might see my head. Oh my god. Sorry. Goodness gracious. That was a lot. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And then on the bottom of the deck, I have faith in your dreams. Ooh, pile 3. We love this. Oh, I see. It's time to release negativity to full moon Scorpio. And the have faith in your dreams is a waxing crescent moon. Pile 3, child. Like, you need to stop pushing yourself. Like, you've already done the heavy lifting. It's like, you need to feel everything through. And then once you do that, you'll have room in your psyche for what you want. And we all know what happens when you have room for what you want. You just get what you want, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, pile 3, I feel like this reading is really short compared to the other ones. It's by like 3 minutes, child, but I feel like your message is very simple. Like, I feel like you really just need to feel through everything right now. I know it may be scary, especially if you have Capricorn here. Capricorn in tarot rules the devil card, so maybe you're giving into bad habits. Maybe you're kind of like doing things that don't serve you. It's like, let that go. Love yourself. Just really practice that and feel things through. And it's like, if you need to take a break, you need to sit down and just, if you need to lay down and just be indulge and just treat yourself, do it, you know? It's like everything that you need is coming. It's not about what you need to achieve and get, it's about what you need to get rid of, you know? It's like, if you want new furniture in your house but it's cluttered, you can't bring in new furniture. It'll just add to the clutter. But if you get rid of everything that you like don't need first, it's like you have room for it, you know, and you can decorate it however you want. And it's like, I'm hearing subscriptions. I don't know why I feel the comment. Like, if you have too many subscriptions, like, just stop. Like, look for that. But yeah, pile 3, it's like, get rid of what you don't need, and what you want and do need will naturally come to you, because you've really hauled you've hauled arse, you've hauled butt, I guess. You've worked very hard, moral of the story, and it's like, you feel like none of it has paid off because there's no room in your life for it to come in. So it's like, declutter, you know, be a 35-year-old person and declutter your whole psyche, maybe even your home, and what you want will literally just come to you. Like, just watch, child. So yeah, pile 3, that's all I have for you. I hope it resonated. I didn't say I hope it resonated to all the other piles. Please don't tell them. And if you're here from one of the other piles, I'm sorry. Like, it's not like that, I swear. But I'm gonna put my Instagram, my TikTok in my description if I remember. Told all the other piles I might forget. I didn't tell pile 2, I might forget. Oh my gosh, sorry pile 2. But yeah, just, and then I'm gonna put my Etsy shop down there. I sell tarot readings on it, so, you know, if you want to support my deck buying obsession, you know, hit me up. But, you know, shameless plug. It's my dream. It's my dream, whatever. Anyways, pile 3, thank you so much for watching. I literally love you to the moon and back. I didn't tell that to the other pilots either. Don't tell them, please. I'm sorry. But yeah, bye.